like you mentioned, like the economy, right? People aren't spending as much because at the same time, when we're really having a business conversation, it's really about value.
Yes.
Right? Really building value. And how can you provide help to everyone if they were to be like, what can Glen offer me?
The biggest thing that I think about is, first of all, I like to find out, where do you want to go? So knowing what you want is so important. A lot of the time we focus on what we don't want. We don't want our these bills to keep coming in. We don't want this pain. We don't want this. We need to really get clear on what we do want. So having a clear vision is so important. So having a compelling vision, stepping into the pull energy versus constantly having to push is really key. And if you feel like you constantly have to push and you're constantly fighting through all these struggles, it becomes really hard and it's exhausting. That's how you reach burnout, right?
Can I add a quote on that?
Yeah.
We're pulled by our vision and pushed by our desires.
Right.
Right.
It's true, right? And, there's another great saying, without a vision, the people perish. And you need a compelling vision to get you into that state where you're being pulled towards something. If you can operate in that space, that's the abundance energy versus the feeling of lack. And so one of the first things is to get really, really clear about what you want. And how do you do that? Well, Tony Robbins talks about get disturbed. Get disturbed. Get around people who are working towards that vision, who have got a great energy, who are passionate about life, who are just excited. They just get up and they're just ready to go. Get around people like that because you'll get around them and something will hit you. You'll get inspired. Some of that energy will rub off on you. And so quite often we only really change when out of desperation or inspiration. So if you don't want to wait until you get to the point of desperation. You ideally want to get inspired. And so listening to good podcasts is a great example of that. Listening to podcasts, learning from great leaders and mentors and coaches, reading great books, getting around people, getting out of your comfort zone and going to a seminar and just getting around people in a different energy, in a different state, something will hit you.